Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Sounds Good Radio. I'm your host, Schriver, and I'm so happy that you have come back to join me for yet another installment. Before I get into this week's episode, I do want to share some little quotes that I came across that I feel like are fitting for where I'm at in life, and maybe they will resonate with you as well. And it goes a little something like this. You are not behind. You are just in a chapter that isn't meant to be rushed. You don't have to solve your entire life tonight. Just breathe. You are allowed to start over as many times as it takes. You are allowed to pause without falling behind. And remember, you have survived 100% of your worst days so far. Now, with that, I would like to let you know that I am in a new state, in a new city. I am no longer in Denver. Last week, I kind of touched on losing my job, taking some time off, enjoying the last little bit of Denver that I could. And I told you guys that I knew where I was going, but I kind of wanted to hold it close to my chest in case things went crazy. And things didn't go crazy. Things are going good so far. I am here and I'm going to reveal where my new location is to you before the episode is over. Don't worry, but stick with me. I want to go over some things first, like my last weekend in Denver. My drive out here, you guys know I live in my car and drive all over the country. So I want to get into that. And then I will do the big reveal of where I ended up. So, my last weekend in Denver, I was lucky enough to spend it with my good friend Chris. She blocked off her schedule for me, and we got to have us a little girls' weekend and have a sleepover and hang out and eat, and we're gonna go over everything that we did. So I go to her house. She's got the guest room set up for me. Her and her little dog Genevieve, aka Jenny, little sweet thing, love her to death. They welcomed me with open arms into her home, and I love Chris's house so much. Oh my gosh. She is so good at like decorating her space, and it feels so cozy, and she's got pictures all over the walls and artwork that she's gathered from all her travelers. She's my little world traveler. She's a big inspiration to me. I'm gonna get emotional and I just love her so much. And I'm so happy that she was in Denver and I had a friend out there while I was kind of going through some hardships. And I'm just really, really blessed to have someone like her in my life. And I love and I miss you already. So before I get too emotional, we're going to talk about everything we did because we had us a good little weekend. That night, whenever I got over there, we went and ate at a restaurant called Linger. I was basically Googling gluten-free restaurants in Denver. It was on the list. They had a pretty decent size gluten-free menu or the option to make dishes gluten-free. I got some cheese curds. I was real happy about that. I can't have mozzarella sticks anymore because gluten, all the good things. And I also got some sliders, which are hard to find because it's hard to find places that have gluten-free buns. And they were decadent. They were really good. Also got some sweet potato fries with a honey drizzle. Ooh, chef's kiss. Then we went back to her house and we picked out a movie to watch. She wanted to rewatch a movie called Begonia. I had never seen it before. It has Jesse Plemons or Plemons, I can't remember his name, and Emma Stone. And it was like a psychological thriller, kind of weirdo movie, which I like. I like sci-fi stuff like that, but I didn't really know what to expect from the trailer. But it ended up being a really good movie, and I think it's on Netflix if you want to watch it. It's pretty good. Then we went to sleep, woke up, went and got breakfast. I just Googled gluten-free breakfast around where she stays, and I found a place called Morning Story. So if you're in the Denver area and you need somewhere to eat breakfast, I highly recommend. They had lots of options, but turns out, in this gluten-free journey, you find things that contain gluten that you never would have thought. And I got some type of breakfast scramble and it had green chili sauce on it, and apparently that had gluten in it, so I had to take that off. And I'm like, you would never think that green salsa has gluten. They put gluten in everything, and I don't know why. Anyway, that's not what I have you here. After breakfast, we went and got us a massage at one of those little hole in the wall massage parlors. But it was actually really good. You could get a foot massage, you could get a back massage, or you could do a combo. I did the combo because my back was killing me. This shoulder blade of mine just gives me grief all the time. So I got the half and half. She got a full hour of just a foot massage. So he laid me down on the table, worked my knot out. It was great. Went, got the foot massage portion, and it was really nice. It was really good. I've never been to one of those massage places before. I tend to go to the spa massage places that cost a little bit more money. Actually, a whole lot more money they cost. So this was much more cost effective, and you got the same results. After that, we decided to go to a butterfly emporium in the Denver area. And boy, am I glad we did. I didn't really know what to expect. Was it going to be a museum? Was it just going to be straight up butterflies? And they kind of had a little bit of everything. They had bugs, reptiles, fishes, starfish, an octopus. Was it horseshoe crabs or hermit crabs? Maybe both. They had like the little petting tank, but I didn't want to, they were sleeping. And I really didn't want to stick my hand down in there anyway, let's be honest. And then as you're walking through, you get to the butterfly emporium, which is basically this huge greenhouse full of plants and water fountains and butterflies. Thousands of butterflies. I think they said there's on average about 2,000 butterflies. And y'all, it was the most peaceful, most serene thing I have experienced. It was out of this world. I had such a good time, and Chris and I were both like, I just feel so calm in here. And we got to see a butterfly release. Every day, I think twice a day, they said, they release the newly hatched butterflies. So we got to see that, and they released two little baskets full of them, and it was just really beautiful, really beautiful. So if you're in the Denver area and you need something to do for the day, I highly recommend going to the little butterfly emporium. Also, as we're leaving and going out to the car, I noticed there was prairie dogs running around, and I was like, Chris, where'd these prairie dogs come from? Apparently, news to me, prairie dogs are native to Colorado. Did not know that. So I'll insert some videos and stuff on YouTube if you guys watch on YouTube. So yeah, after that, I think we just went back to her apartment for a little while, hung out, and then we went and got some pizza. Now, typically, gluten-free pizza is trash, okay? It's like a cauliflower crust. It's thin crust. It's not that good. This place is called Blue Pan Pizza, and it's award-winning, by the way. They have a Detroit, sorry, my accent came out real hard on that. They have a Detroit style pizza that is gluten-free, and that is unheard of. So it's a thick crust. And y'all, it was so good. Oh, it was so good. But of course I messed my order up, because since when do you have to tell people you want cheese on your pizza? So I ordered all my toppings. It was like a build your own pizza kind of situation. And I did pepperoni. What'd I do? Pepperoni, pineapple, basil, and hot honey. And I didn't say cheese because I felt like that was a given. So they didn't put cheese on my pizza. It was still good nonetheless. But I'm thinking, you didn't forget the red sauce. You put the red sauce on there. I didn't ask for that. I just feel like cheese is, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But apparently if you order a build your own pizza, don't forget to say you want cheese. It was good anyway. What else? And I think we just kind of chilled the rest of the night. Oh, she showed me that her boyfriend got her a little poetry book full of hundreds of different poems, and they read each other a poem every night before they go to bed. And the lover girl in me just absolutely loves that. I think it's so sweet. Um, Even though it pains my heart that I don't have someone to read me poetry every night. But one day, I'm going to have a man that writes me poetry. Manifesting that. So we went to bed, got up the next morning, and went and had breakfast one last time before I left at a place called La Peep. It was kind of a Hispanic style breakfast. Very good. Very yummy. And then we kind of parted ways. We said our goodbyes, as tearful and as hard as they were. I had to go back to my house for the next couple days and start packing everything up. And it was time to hit the road, Jack. So initially, I was going to take I-70 through all of Colorado, through the mountains, shoot down through Utah. But the weekend that I was leaving, it was calling for a snowstorm. So I said, well, not doing that. So instead, I kind of rerouted and I went down Colorado, down through Colorado Springs, Pueblo, through New Mexico, which wasn't too bad. There was a little bit of snow, but more so just like a dusting. And the drive was absolutely beautiful, y'all. Oh my gosh. Colorado, New Mexico, the whole kind of, is that considered the Midwest? I don't really know. The whole area is beautiful, okay? Lots of mountains, rolling hills, valleys. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous drive. I've driven through New Mexico before, but I was driving down the southern border. This time I was driving up through the top, so I was coming through Santa Fe and Albuquerque. Also, sidebar, I think New Mexico has the prettiest license plates. They have two distinct different kinds. They have one that is the prettiest shade of blue. It's like a turquoise blue with yellow lettering, I think, and it's really pretty. And then they have another one that's all black with the chili peppers. It's got the little chili peppers on it, and I think it has yellow writing as well. Anyway, really pretty license plate that I noticed. Now, y'all know here on Sounds Good Radio, we have segments, okay? And one of those segments is Don't Piss Me Off. And I got one because I experienced it a lot the whole time I was driving. I cannot stand when I'm driving on the interstate and I got my cruise control set, I got my music going, and we're just moving and grooving. And there ain't nobody in front of me for miles, and there ain't nobody behind me for miles. And sure enough, every time I approach a semi, they wait until I'm right behind them to boom, jump over in the fast lane and cut me off. And I have to slam on my brakes, come down from 75 miles an hour down to 55 miles an hour because you want to pass somebody and it takes you 5 minutes to pass them. Mind you, there's nobody behind me. You could have waited until I passed you to cut me off, but no, you just have to jump in front of me and slow down my groove. Oh, it pisses me off. I can't stand it. And it happens every single time I make one of these long haul drives without fail. Without fail. Anyway, so finish my drive through New Mexico and I enter into Arizona. Beautiful drive, beautiful mountains, beautiful valleys, all the things. And I stayed the night in Flagstaff. I got me a little hotel room, took a little dip in the pool, got me something to eat, and went to bed. Went to bed, rested up, got up, thought I was going to sleep in. That didn't happen. And I just got back on the road. So drove through the mountains in Flagstaff. Absolutely beautiful. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, don't worry. I have tons of videos from the drive that I will be inserting. The only thing I was sad about driving through Arizona is I didn't get to see a cactus this time. The last time I drove through Arizona was through the southern border, again, New Mexico to Arizona. And there was tons of cactuses down there. This time, not as many cactuses. Once I got through the mountains, it turned into desert. And it was pretty flat, not much to see. The drive went by really fast, though, honestly. I was on the phone most of the time, and that really always helps. If I have somebody to talk to, the time just flies by. And me and Nick were on the phone for so long that I almost missed my exit. Well, it was like GPS rerouted me, and it was trying to get me to go on Route 66. And I said, Now, if this was like a leisurely road trip, sure. But, buddy, as soon as it put me on Route 66, it was a 2-lane, jacked up highway, literally just like the movie Cars. I said, somebody please get Lightning McQueen out here to repave these roads because this is awful. So after I get back on I-40, I had about 2 more hours left of my drive, driving through the desert, slowly approaching this beautiful mountain range. And it was there that I crossed into the state of California. Your girl has moved to beautiful, sunny Southern California. I am basically right outside of Orange County, on the other side of the mountain in a small little residential town. It is absolutely beautiful. There are so many citrus farms and palm trees and mountains and valleys and canyons, and it is absolutely beautiful. If you are a listener of the podcast, you will know that I have lived in Southern California before. Back in 2023, I was down in San Diego. I did about 6 months down there. Absolutely loved it. So I said, you know what? Let's go back to California. And here I am. As luck would have it, as fate would have it, I got a job offer and I accepted and everything worked out. And now I'm here and I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy. I got a wonderful house that I'm staying in. I have a pool that I get to swim in every day. There's fruit trees all around me. I think there's grapefruit, lemon, fig. And I think my landlord, she said there's like a pear, some type of pear hybrid tree. Not too sure. But I've already been picking lemons off the tree, which was exhilarating. I've never got to pick fresh fruit before, so that's been really fun. There's also a bunch of little critters outside. I've seen some bunnies. There is a cat that I keep seeing. I'm like, whose cat is this? She said that there are snakes out here, so I got to be on the lookout for that. I've seen tons of lizards. There's lots of lizards, lots of birds, lots of hummingbirds. And there's even a horse in the neighborhood. And that seems kind of normal if you were on a farm, but this is literally just like a horse in someone's backyard behind a chain link fence. And I'm a little concerned, not gonna lie, because I'm like, it has nowhere to play. It has nowhere to roam and graze. Like, there's no grass out here. So I'm a little confused about that. And I really want to feed it some apples and carrots. But I feel like I need to ask the owners before I just go up and start feeding this horse. But yeah, I'm here. I've been here for about 2 weeks. Still haven't made it to the beach. I'm trying so hard to convince myself to go to the beach. I really want to watch the sunset at the beach, obviously. But I'll be honest with you guys, sometimes going to the beach, it's not really fun by yourself. I don't know. That's like the one, I do everything alone. And that's kind of the one thing that I just really don't want to do alone, that I just kind of want to do with somebody else. The beach is just more fun when you got somebody with you. So one day I'll get there. I keep telling myself tomorrow, 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 tomorrow. But I'm gonna go. I'm off the rest of the day today, obviously, and I'm off tomorrow. So we're gonna try to get down there. Maybe. We'll see. I'm not going to make any promises to myself because I'm real good at talking myself out of doing stuff. But yeah, overall, I'm very happy. I'm excited to explore this area. I got to find some good places to go camping because I got to make up for my crazy ass camping trip in Colorado. But it's getting hot. It's getting hot. And everybody keeps telling me that it's a very dry heat out here. And I'm thinking, how's it dry? We're right by the ocean. But apparently it's a very dry heat. Now, when they say hot, they're talking about like 75, 80 degree days. And I'm like, that ain't that hot. Okay. I'm from East Tennessee. It's fucking hot and humid. So maybe the low humidity will be on my side. But yeah, work's going good. Everything's going good. I'm just a little lonely. Neat called me earlier and she started crying on the phone saying she missed me. And I'm like, oh, stop. I can't cry today. But I love and appreciate that. I love my friends and I miss my friends. And now I'm even further away from home. I'm 3 time zones away, which it's rough. It's hard to kind of coordinate our schedules, but we'll get into the swing of things and hopefully maybe somebody will be able to come visit me. I don't know. Flights are crazy because gas is crazy and, all that good stuff. But of course, I got some little quotes for you guys that I've kind of gathered along the way. The first one goes like this. One day you will be exactly where you wanted to be. One day you will look around you in awe that whatever you had hoped for and wished for happened. One day you will close your eyes and tilt your head back as you face the relentlessly blue sky overhead, sending thank yous to all the lessons that got you there, to all the blessings, to the people both gentle and rough, to all the tears, the breakdowns, the late nights and long days, the sacrifices and moments when you refused to give up. One day you will have everything that you ever wanted. And that is when you will know that it all works out in the end. All you needed was a little bit of courage, a little bit of love, and a little bit of hope to get you along the way. And another one. We're often tested the most when something significant is about to unfold in our lives. It's life's way of revealing how much we still need to heal, how much we've suppressed, and how much work remains within us. Sometimes we are brought to our lowest so that we can be forged into someone capable of holding the very thing that we've been waiting for. It's a process, one that may bring you to your knees. If it hurts, let it hurt. If it breaks your heart, let it break. But whatever you do, don't give up. You'll live through it, and one day you will understand why it all had to happen that way. So, the rest of the episode, we're going to do a couple little segments. It's been a while since we've done some segments, and I got some new crystals before I left Denver. So, we're going to do a little rock talks. One of my favorite crystals is moonstone, and we have talked about that before, but I got a new little moonstone goddess body. And if you're not watching on YouTube, it's basically a little crystal that has been carved into a beautiful woman's body. And I picked it up and I said, I want that. I've been wanting a goddess body. I want a bigger one, but those are really expensive. So, as you know, moonstone is a stone of self-discovery. It infuses your body with the essence of Mother Earth and helps you become more in touch with your inner spirit. Allow Moonstone's energy to truly engage your intuitive spirit and pave the way for growth, opportunity, and action. Release yourself from the daily pressures you place on yourself and take the time you truly deserve. With Moonstone, your upper chakras become engaged, and it helps you in the developmental process of pushing further into your consciousness. The astrological signs that benefit the most from Moonstone are Libra, Cancer, and Scorpio. And another little crystal I got, I'm wearing it on my wrist. It is chevron amethyst or dream amethyst. It's an amethyst that I've been looking for because instead of the more geode formations where it's like the sparkly crystally purples, these have banded white deposits. Quartz, white quartz. There we go. I knew it was something. So chevron amethyst is amethyst and quartz all together. And I'll read you a little something about that. Chevron amethyst, also known as dogtooth amethyst, is the name given to the naturally occurring amethyst and white quartz in a banded or V pattern. This variety of amethyst is found in the forms of masses, with the only known localities in India, Russia, and Brazil. The name is derived from the word that means line in shape of a V, chevron. This mineral is often carved and shaped into trinkets such as pendulums, Buddhas, eggs, palm stones, and animals. And it's good for all zodiac signs. Also, if you can't tell by the name, dream amethyst, it's good for your dreams. Another segment we have here on Sounds Good Radio is For You page. What you scrolling, what you watching. I'm a TikToker, and I came across a user by the name JTaj, or username Westside JTaj, and he is currently doing a month-long series for Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. He does daily videos where he discusses all the different Pacific Islands, their history, their culture, the colonization of those countries. And it's been really cool. It's been really eye-opening to see how much of Western society has ruined these countries and these islands and shaped them into what they are now, but also how they have maintained and held on to all of their culture through the trials and tribulations that they have faced through colonization. So again, that is Westside JTaj. Another segment we have here on Sounds Good Radio is Pass the Aux, where we talk about the music we're listening to, what we can't get enough of, what's playing on repeat in our head. And I am a Pandora listener. I prefer Pandora because you can kind of curate your radio stations, and that's just what I prefer listening to. So one of my favorite radio stations is Billy Ocean Radio. It is 70s, 80s, and 90s soft rock, or I like to call it my dentist office playlist. So it's like the music you listen to in the dentist office. Some notable songs that I cannot get out of my head are Billy Joel, Longest Time, Foreigner, I Want to Know What Love Is, and Rock Steady by The Whispers. Oh, and another this is Past the Aux and For You page. I came across a TikTok page called Keep the Beat Drumming. And it is this man playing driftwood didgeridoos. And buddy, I can't get enough. I've never been a big fan of house music, EDM, that kind of I don't really like that. However, When it's on a driftwood didgeridoo, I like it. I, I just be sitting there beeping and a bopping, and I really like it. So that's Keep the Beat Drumming on TikTok. Another radio station that I love on Pandora is John Splintoff Radio. That's Splintoff. He's kind of R&B, neo soul. I'm on a big kick with him right now. Can't get enough. Some of my favorite songs by him are Value, Ray, and Sing to You. So if you want to check those out, please do. Let's see what else we got on the docket for today. So if you listened last season, we kind of started a segment called Curse of the Zodiac. I had come across a bunch of different synopsises from ChatGPT. I found it on Twitter, I think, and it was basically the curse of each zodiac. So I was going to do some more of those. And since it's Taurus season, let's do Taurus. Hold on, let me find it. Here we go. A Taurus is loving comfort so much that you sometimes confuse stability with control. You crave peace, but only on your terms. You're slow to move, slower to admit when you're wrong. You love deeply, but your loyalty can border on possession, and your pride on stubbornness. You build walls and call them boundaries. You protect your heart and call it peace. You give endlessly, but only when it feels safe. And when it doesn't, you retreat into your own world where you don't have to bend for anyone. You want love that's patient, real, and lasting, yet sometimes forget it takes two people evolving, not one person staying the same. You are sensual, loyal, and unwavering, but your curse is believing the world should revolve around the steadiness that you create. And you know what? Since it's almost Gemini season, let's do Gemini too. Hold on. All right. The curse of a Gemini is having a heart too big for a world that rarely knows what to do with it. You love in layers, mind, body, and soul, giving people the kind of warmth that they never forget, yet somehow you're the one left feeling misunderstood. You see both sides of everything, the beauty and the danger, the truth and the lie, and that awareness becomes both your gift and your grief. You are loyal to a fault, forgiving long after you've been hurt because your heart doesn't know how to love halfway. You crave depth, but attract those who only want your light. You make everyone feel seen, yet when it's your turn, they only see your smile, not the storm behind it. You're the lover, the healer, the mirror, and your curse is caring so much that you forget not everyone deserves access to that kind of love. So that's our little Curse of the Zodiac segment. What else do we have? What you watching? Now, typically, this is where Neek goes on her reality TV binge. Sadly, she's not here with me to do that. So I'll tell you what I've been watching. I just finished Outlander. Their series finale came out. Long story short, I love the beginning of Outlander, and then it kind of lost me in the middle. It does kind of repeat the same storyline over and over again, and y'all know I'm a cinematography snob, and it got cursed with the Netflix lighting curse. It became too high definition. It took you out of the world that is Outlander, and it's a show about time travel back to the 1700s. And it slowly started feeling like actors playing dress up. That's the best way I can describe it. But all in all, it was a good series. I also have given up on Euphoria. This season just it's not doing it for me. I don't think it's doing it for a lot of people. It's kind of just took a left turn. It doesn't really even make sense. It's like weird fetish content now. Not really loving it. Also, I've started watching The Testaments, which is a sequel to The Handmaid's Tale on Hulu. If you have not watched The Handmaid's Tale, highly, highly, highly suggest. It is an excellent show from start to finish, but it is dark. So go in knowing that it touches on some very scary and very dark subjects, topics. stuff like that. What else? Oh, Love Island. There's a new season coming out and I can't wait to watch it. That is my one reality TV show that I love because it's daily and I feel like it keeps you on your toes. It's trash TV and I really like watching it. That is about all we have for the episode. But before I let you go, we got to do a little talking to the moon segment. And my talks with the moon lately have kind of been about learning to embrace my loneliness. You all know that I travel for work, I travel for a living, and I do that solo. And while that is fun and freeing and exciting, sometimes it can be very lonely. And I have tried to reframe my mind and my thought process towards that loneliness of appreciating it and knowing that it won't always be this way. Hopefully, it won't always be this way. But I think that there is something to be said for where I'm at in my life. And I'm in a position that not a lot of women get to experience. I'm the first woman in my family that I know of that didn't get married and start making babies and live that kind of life. Pretty much everyone I know, friends, family, from where I'm from, that's kind of the path that a lot of women follow. And I'm not on that path. I'm on a different path. And in my loneliness and in my reflection, I've realized that it truly is a blessing because not every woman gets to experience what I'm experiencing. Not every woman gets to have a life where you make all your own decisions and you don't have to consult a partner or you don't have to consider a child. I've seen so many women give up their independence for that lifestyle and for the life that they envision for themselves without ever truly having the chance to experience themselves. So I consider myself lucky, even though I am lonely and even though I would love to have someone to share my life with. I know that I need to enjoy this time as much as I can because it's going to be a time that I look back on, I'm sure, in my older years, if I'm lucky enough to live that long. And I think I'm going to be really proud of myself. And I think I'm going to really look back on this time in my life with love and appreciation for everything that I am able to experience, even if that means I have to experience it alone for now. I came across some quotes and poems as I was drafting this episode, and I would like to share those with you. One of the quotes is, "Remove the fear that keeps me small and replace it with a faith that reminds me I am made for more." And that's true. You are made for more. And as much as this world wants to keep you small and dull you down and keep you in a box, like, you are worthy of whatever life you want for yourself. Another quote that I came across goes a little something like this: "But most importantly, the love that you deserve will teach you how to trust in the timing of your life, how to trust in the fact that it was always going to find you. The love that you deserve will teach you how courageous it is to simply have faith in the heart of another. How difficult, messy, and beautiful vulnerability can be after years of hurt. The love you deserve will teach you that you were never too much for those you always tried to give your soul to. You were always enough. You were always worthy. You were just giving your heart to the wrong people." And lastly, I came across a little poem that I would like to share with you all by Lyra Wren, and it goes a little something like this. "I believe in magic, but not the kind that pulls rabbits from velvet hats or hides coins in a closed fist. I mean the softer kind. The way two strangers can meet at exactly the right moment, calling it a coincidence when it feels more like fate. We were two wandering souls threaded through 1,000 wrong turns until the stars finally tugged at the right strings. Somewhere above us, constellations are smiling, pleased that their small secret spell has worked. Tell me that isn't magic. Tell me that isn't the universe whispering, Look how carefully I placed the stars tonight, just so your path would cross mine. And with that, I love you and I leave you, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.